Aha. So I was watching the story of Queen Victoria, her secret black daughter, from Roy's Box on YouTube. And it's really nice art and stuff. I like the art. Anyway, what it looks like to me, the way I envision this is like, here's a big old group of people, like say 1,000 people. Okay, it's a big group. And then there's and they're waiting for some signal. And down in there is somebody who it's meant for. But then there's another big old crowd way over there somewhere, and they just chuck it over the edge like that. And the crowd, they're like volleyball players, and they just grab the thing like it's a note, and they grab it and run off and essentially carry it away. So they're just playing keep away with, the things that were meant for somebody over here, because there's no other way to get the person who is missing the pieces of information or the notices to go and use the crowd service as a way of making sure everybody gets a job. In other words, they can visit. They'll each have a job of making sure that piece of information gets stored so it is never destroyed. It'll be put away for safekeeping, and everybody gets to sit there and collect paychecks for making sure that the person it's supposed to go to, who owns some 40 acres on the other side of both of the crowds, can't ever get to their land. So then what'll happen is the land over there, it'll sit there for like 5 years, and the crowds will say, okay, now I have to sit on it and squat on it and use it to grow something on, because that person did not reach her bit of information. So, I mean, that's the same old thing as it was in Mexico. This is why I say people need some kind of out and away from that activity altogether. I don't want to take it away from people. I don't want to be tucked into the crowd. That's all. Do what you want. I want some way that people can opt completely out of it. Another thing, you can't always say that that's somebody's information when you have these like choices on here. You can't say that. You can't, because they can't see what's there. So people are not gamblers, you guys. You're talking about different churches and things people would and would not. They would and would not. They can do that, or they just can't do that. And you're asking about practical human limitations, and people do not have it, okay, to pay you for, you're just going to send it, or you're just going to flood somebody, right? All kinds of emails. Oh my God, the hell is that about? How many videos? Are you crazy? Who told you that? They took the farms. So if they own the farms, they get to pay off all the YouTube films. That's what we have out here in Tulare County, in the valley. They get a farm. They're the ones they have the withholdings of land. They have what it takes to make sure everybody gets their pay, because that's what it takes in the valley. It takes actual land, because then everybody's going to be so busy doing their land that there won't be time and space for people who actually have disabilities. And here's where I need you to make a good, clean separation too. For people with disabilities, they can't be so involved with people who have farms and churches who are playing keep away and sitting there chewing the cud forever and ever and ever as political jabberjawing. There's just no way. Biden is a big disaster group who have conflicts of interest, even as they moved around together. Okay, what they do is harbor somebody within the crowd that they don't want the people who are tucked into the crowd to realize what's going on. Any of them. So that's a mess of a crowd. People need an out of that movement altogether, out of the way, including me.